Welcome to our science fiction summer. I'm Dr. Bill Dines, and my job for the next 7 weeks is to guide you through an introduction to a rich and exciting genre of literature. I'll be the first to admit that this will be a very rough introduction. As any trip to a local bookstore will tell you, science fiction is a broad and complicated field, including elves and magicians, rockets and ray guns, comic books, films, toys, role-playing games. We can't do more than scratch the surface, but I hope that before we're done, you'll have a better sense for some of what the genre has to offer. If you've had a chance to look over the syllabus, you'll know that I'm concentrating on what is often called hard science fiction. We'll be talking a lot about definitions and descriptions in the next few weeks, so I won't worry too much about just what hard science fiction is right now, except to say that it takes seriously what we know of the physical world and how scientists and others go about trying to understand that world. So we won't be reading about elves and magicians this semester. Instead, we'll be reading about robots, physics, planetary exploration, faster-than-light travel, and the end of the world. Ideas that sometimes seem outrageously fantastic and sometimes feel like they're right around the corner. For me, that's one of the most appealing elements of science fiction, the sense that I'm reading about the possibilities and problems that we'll be facing tomorrow, or perhaps even sooner than that. Is global climate change real, and if it is, what should we do about it? We have more than 7 billion people on this planet. How can we feed them all? The internet puts all of the world's knowledge at my fingertips, and my smartphone means I can access that knowledge virtually anywhere I go. What should I do with that opportunity? At least one critic has suggested that all fiction is science fiction, and that what we call mainstream fiction is just a subset of that broader category. That may be a tough claim to defend, but it makes some interesting points. Science fiction is often dismissed as childish and escapist, and a lot of it is. But of course a lot of mainstream fiction is too, and that's fine. But I'm going to ask you to take seriously the premise that we're living in a science fiction world. The fact that we can have a class like this one is evidence of that, isn't it? The stories and novels we'll be reading won't solve any of the problems that we face in this world, but they help me think about just what questions I need to be asking in order to survive in the 21st century, and I find that to be very exciting. I hope you do too.